Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down.
Lights don't glow on Christmas trees. I'm dust to the music and we dance.
No, I'd say my favorite director would be Martin Scorsese because, just the body of his work really lends itself to a lot of, cool genres and action-packed kind of things. But they're also really deep, and it's somebody I've really appreciated over time. And I just always wanted to emulate that. I mean, I can think back to like high school. We did some, film projects for our Latin class. Battle of Actium done with canoes and plywood. It was pretty cool, and I don't know, I guess that just makes it that much fun that I get to do something I love to watch and create it at the same time.
So right now, one of my favorite movies is Black Swan, and what I really like about Black Swan is that it merges both art and entertainment, and I think those are the movies that I'm trying to emulate and I'm trying to produce, because right now you see a lot of things that are entertaining and people like, but I think there really needs to be an art component to film as well, because without that I think just films are a little too shallow and there's not enough depth in them to just solely carry the film on entertainment alone. Not that entertaining films are bad. One of my favorite films growing up was Gladiator. I'm just a Roman buff. I like watching those Romans killing Gauls. There's something very satisfying about that.
It's very hard for guys with no budget and just a side hobby to really push the envelope, I think. But I think with our content and our subject matter can really be pushed full force and not have to rely on things that are really mainstays here today, like big Hollywood CGI and crap like that. So
I don't really have a favorite classic director or a favorite director. I just kind of judge movies on their own merit. I will say that I am kind of partial to the Coen brothers. I like a lot of the older stuff they do, going back all the way to Raising Arizona, even Miller's Crossing, and I really like Barton Fink. I just think John Goodman, who's this SDL local boy, he's terrific in that, and it just kind of has this very creepy feel to the hotel and the whole movie that I find refreshing in like a weird way.
I really hate when actors and actresses are just sort of dumped into movies just to be in the movie. Like, I couldn't imagine. I'd probably get physically ill if I sat there and tried to watch The Expendables or that Valentine's movie, or they're coming up a sequel of New Year's Eve that has everyone in it, literally everyone. And I just don't think there's anything to be said that's positive about that. I kind of want to burn those people.
I really liked our last film, our last short we did. It was an experimental short. It's called Finally. It's a kind of a piece about strangers coming up to you and sharing stories. I've selected some actors together and just put a camera in their face and told them, talk to me for 2 to 3 minutes about anything. And it's very interesting to see how personal people are with you especially with the camera, because I think people tend to be more personal to strangers than they are to like their own family and friends. And I think it's just an interesting look at people's lives and what's important to them, and also how those stories correlate to one another and kind of told a cohesive story, even though that wasn't the intent. It was just really a study of strangers talking to you, kind of based off of bar experiences I've had in the past. So I'm very proud of that film, and I think it's going to be a good blueprint for what you'll see from us going forward. Ninjas.